let's take a second here and take a look at what this means for templates. One of the classic elements of the WordPress template is the, we'll take a look here at the Appearance Themes Editor, and we'll look at the main index template. And we'll take a look, and this is called the loop, and it starts with a while statement here. The format of this while statement is slightly different, and so I want to highlight that. While, and then we have a condition, have posts, and you can probably guess what that function is. It's whether or not there's posts on the system. So while there's still posts, and then rather than a curly bracket, it starts with a colon here, and then down here, after a while, it ends with a statement called end while. This is an alternative way, rather than the curly brackets, to bracket both while statements, and you could also do this with end if. And you'll see this a lot in, actually here's a, let's see, here it is doing else, and again a colon, and then it goes down here and you get end if. So this colon and then end if, or colon and then end while, are an alternative to the curly brackets. Both are perfectly acceptable. But especially when you're doing this, when you're writing pure PHP and there's no HTML mixed in, sometimes it's actually clearer to have the brackets. It looks better. But when you're doing this and you're working with a template where there's lots of HTML mixed in, it can sometimes be much easier to read the end while and see it rather than just a little curly bracket. A lot of times people will put in an end while and say which while they're ending, if there's, or which if they're ending, if there's lots of complicated structure there. But it's a lot easier to see that end while when you're looking through something quickly than a little tiny curly bracket. So that's just a note. If you ever see these kinds of, normally you would see else and then a semicolon, else and then a curly bracket. Here instead you're seeing else and then a colon and then the end if for the whole statement. So I had a pointer back on the if statement for that alternative style, but you may run into that. Just don't get freaked out. It's mostly used for templates and times when you're using lots of HTML. All right, and I'll catch you next time.